This is the problem with this Olympic Games. It's literally opening the rock and letting all the stupid fly out. Yes, this week, Rob Ford talked about pride parades again. In the first real sort of pseudo debate for the next election this year to see who will be the next mayor of Toronto, Rob Ford thinks he has a chance. That's adorable. Rob Ford finally gave a more decisive answer to the pride parade question, and Big Brother Doug was there to pour kerosene all over it. Here it is, Rob Ford's more definitive pride parade answer.
I'm not going to go to Pride Parade. I've never gone to a Pride Parade, so I'm not going to change the ways I am.
His brother, City Councillor Doug Ford, says that does not make him homophobic.
He's not homophobic. He has friends that are gay.
Stay tuned later in the show for my 10-minute racial tirade on how Chinese people can't drive. It's okay, Alan used to be in the group. Oh, okay, so Rob Ford has gay friends. Of course, Rob Ford has a long history of not only not attending Pride, but also being very upset people went to an AIDS conference. He also had many different opinions on the ideas of how you get AIDS, drug users, and gay people. Rob Ford always made the excuse, though, that it was family day, and that's what I do on my family day. It has nothing to do against gay people. Then, of course, he finally went to the flag raising for the first time last year and kind of looked like a toddler who was waiting around in the women's department of Sears for his mom to get done shopping. So, we bring this up. Rob Ford! The Olympics is happening, and cities across Canada are putting up the rainbow flag. Why? Well, it's to say solidarity and the belief of human rights despite what's happening in Sochi, Russia. It's sort of a symbolic gesture of solidarity. Rob Ford, get on the Rob Ford homophone, because this is about to get stupid. Here we go.
Up at Toronto City Hall as well at the request of a local community group. But when Mayor Rob Ford saw it, he ordered city officials to take it down, replace it with a Canadian flag.
This is about Olympics. This is about being patriotic to your country. This is not about someone's sexual preference.
Only problem, Toronto's protocol officer is the only one who decides what flags fly from the City Hall courtesy flagpole. The rainbow flag stayed. In the end, Ford put up his own maple leaf, dorm room style, in the window of his office.
Oh man, guys, I don't know how many more weeks of this guy can take. Yes, Rob Ford taped a maple leaf flag in his window, like he was about to go to the world's saddest frosh party. Go Canada, go! Hashtag we are... fuck me. Alrighty, so, fact number one about Toronto. There are tons of Canadian flags outside of City Hall at all times. Rob Ford, that's one thing. But Doug Ford, he's coming to the rescue. He's trying to make you understand why Rob feels this way. It's not about being homophobic. He's got gay friends. So Doug, please articulate, why can't Rob go to the Pride Parade?
Some folks in the gay community, and they said they weren't going because they didn't like the idea of men running, middle-aged men with pot bellies running down the street buck naked, and they didn't feel comfortable that they could bring their kids there. So I brought my kids down there, and I wouldn't bring my kids back when there's buck-naked men running down the street. No, do I condone men running down the middle of Yonge Street buck-naked? Absolutely not. I don't want to see buck-naked men running down the street.
You know, I almost want to play that clip again and make a ding noise every time he says buck-naked. Yes, I believe my count was 4 or 5 buck-nakeds. Yes, Doug Ford. Who wouldn't, if you were Doug Ford, who would not be upset about buck-naked men running down the street? And kudos for trying to bring buck-naked back into the lexicon. Awesome. Here's the great thing about the Ford brothers. They're not for, awkward homoerotic sexuality like the Pride Parade. They're for Things like football, where you put your hands under a man's crotch and receive a ball. Or really manly things, like the UFC and how the Fords really wanted it in Toronto. Because what is more straight than two hot and sweaty men grinding on each other on a mat while other men surround them in a circle? Yes, that's the kind of straight Toronto that I want my children to see. Thank you, Rob Ford. Thank you, Doug Ford. We will fly the flag proudly. The Canadian flag, of course.
Truth at your convenience.